Good day. My name is Chuck Peterson with Peterson Partners of Woodall Real Estate here in Durham, North Carolina. What I'd like to do today is take about 3 minutes of your time and discuss the Working with Real Estate Agents brochure. You understand, if you've been involved in real estate transactions here in North Carolina, that it is a paper-intensive process. And this is probably the first document that you'll encounter, whether you're on the buying side or the selling side of a transaction in North Carolina. It is a North Carolina Real Estate Commission mandated brochure that must be provided and reviewed with all customers in a real estate transaction. It's important in the sense that it talks about the different relationships that an agent may have with a customer. Right? So a real estate agent may have a relationship on the selling side of a transaction where the seller signs a listing agreement, and a buyer may have a relationship with an agent on the buying side of a transaction where the buyer signs a buyer agency agreement. And here in North Carolina, the same firm can represent both the seller and the buyer in what we call a dual agency relationship. And if you have any questions about what I'm talking about today, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to go in a little more detail. But I'm only looking to take about 3 minutes of your time today. Now, the main goal of this brochure is to prevent you from revealing any personal information about your situation, again on the buying side or on the selling side, to an agent before you understand who that agent is representing in the transaction. So an agent can either be working with you in the transaction or working for you. It's a major distinction. If an agent is working for you, they have your best interest in mind and in fact have a fiduciary relationship with you going forward. If they're working with you, they only have to treat you fairly and honestly and disclose material facts about the property. So there is a distinction. Again, the main purpose is to prevent you from disclosing any confidential information to a broker before the customer knows who the broker is representing in the transaction. Now, it is a multi-paneled brochure, and the agent actually completes what we call a flap. This last piece here is a flap. And the agent will complete this, have the buyer and or seller sign this flap, and the agent retains this portion, and the seller or the buyer gets the other portion of the brochure for their records. So, that's all I have today. It's right about 3 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'm Chuck Peterson with Woodall Real Estate here in Durham, North Carolina.